Welcome to another exciting episode of Unraveling Intellectual Property with Michael Stein. I have returning my one of my 2026 spring interns, Salome Valentin. We had a very engaging conversation on geographical appellations, but I believe that you're going to now interview me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so today I really wanted to talk with you about the more human side of intellectual property and about law firm mainly and how to manage a law firm and mainly on the client side. So my first question would be, can you give us maybe a brief overview on the type of clients that you have? Is it firms, individuals? Are they mainly Americans? Is that international? So how does that work?
Well, Stein IP represents some very large international companies. We represent a good number of universities and mid-sized companies. Most of our clients are actually from Asia. We have a large clientele from Japan, from Korea, mainland China, Hong Kong. Then I would say American clients, a number of them are smaller and individuals, and then some European clients. And each region, people are different, cultures are different. I love learning about it. It's all very interesting.
And especially regarding these cultures and these differences, do you have challenges that are specific to each maybe region or each clients, depending on the size of the firm, depending on if they're international or Americans?
Yeah, I mean, it somewhat depends if I'm dealing directly with the company. Many times I'm dealing with a foreign associate who tends to have better English and who's more familiar with US patent law. But also, I need to take into account, and I try to drill it into my interns' heads. Uh, it's a different culture. And so, particularly with foreign clients, it's all about simplicity, keeping short sentences and um, having bullet points and making things clear. What are my questions? I was surprised in like Japan, I used to say something like, "We're not sure of how this is connected to that," but there wasn't a question mark tied to it. So it wasn't viewed sometimes as a question, and I wouldn't get an answer. Uh, where an American would more likely take the inference that if I'm making a comment, it's not just a comment. So I always need to keep in mind who the audience is, their experience, their ability with English, and it's a whole bunch of factors.
Was it hard to learn those different cultures? And for example, I guess that maybe Europeans take more vacation during the summer or this type of time off. So how do you manage that to in order for the firm to work?
Oh, well, kind of. I mean, it wouldn't be unique when I started practicing in Washington was was I mean less so very foreign based centric. So a lot of law firms had most of their clients from Asia. So pretty much when I started practicing, I was working mostly with foreign firms. But kind of an example of keeping in mind, I mean, even things like holidays. I went to, or I was going to go to, uh, I believe it was China, and I was trying to schedule appointments each day that week. And then on Monday, everyone said, "Oh, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy." And I was like, "Why is everyone busy?" And then I looked on the calendar and it was a national holiday there. So after that, I learned before I schedule a trip, look at when the major holidays are. And so by now I know. And then some countries take a week off, or let's say Golden Week, or the Koreans and the Chinese have their Lunar New Year holiday, which is days. So I need to think in advance. I can't wait till the last minute. I mean, first of all, the time difference, but not only that, but if they're going to be out a week and there's a deadline, we need to prepare way in advance. Europe, they tend to be off significantly, particularly at the end of the summer. We try to keep abreast of the due dates and give people as much time and reminders Because if you wait to the last minute and then they're on a national holiday or the attorney in charge of the case and someone else has to take over and they're not familiar with it. And then if we have to rush or we don't get an answer, we have to take extensions. So I learned a lot over the years.
That
Uh,
makes sense.
you know,
Okay. So how much would you say maybe running a law firm is more focused on the human side and the business side of it and focusing on these differences and look over everything that's happening rather than actually practicing law?
I would, I mean, yeah, I tell everyone, I tell my interns, having a law firm, running a law firm, it's as much a business as it is a law firm. And without business, I have no clients. I've got nothing to do. I've got nothing to bill. I've got nothing to share. So I'm always, uh, have to consider that side of thing. Always looking to promote the firm for new business, but also I want to keep my existing clients happy. I mean, I kind of pride myself on doing that. So keeping in touch with clients, going to visit. I go to Asia regularly, Europe a little less frequently, with Zoom and Microsoft Teams and Google Meet, or I don't use that one quite as much. But even just communicating through video. It's interpersonal relationships are critically important. It's even like you go to a doctor or you go to a therapist. You want to feel like they're going to take care of you, that you know, I have their back and I'm going to take care of what they need according to their budgetary expectations, their time expectations, their quality expectations. So I'm a big believer in asking, are we doing a good job? Is there anything we can do better? Going into an engagement, also talking about expectations, roughly budgets, timeframes. Surprise is the worst thing. Nobody likes surprises. And when clients are surprised, it's almost never a really good surprise.
Okay, thank you. And you were talking about the business growth and bringing new clients in. But is there any time that you would refuse a client? And if yes, why is that?
There could be a number of reasons. Sometimes I can tell right from the get-go that maybe there's a difference in budget, and sometimes a client just may be difficult to work with. I've talked to a lot of potential clients over the years. I can tell. Sometimes I don't trust the client for whatever reason. They're telling me one thing and then they send a follow-up email and it doesn't match. And if I don't feel comfortable. And then if it's in an area that's not my expertise, I mean, I don't believe in just taking on a client. And if I can't do a good or great job for them, I'm not serving anyone's purpose, including my own, you know. And there's sometimes, one of the big reasons not to take on a client is they don't need my services. So sometimes, I was thinking about this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. And I would recommend don't do this. I don't think you need to do that. I would hold off on this, against my financial interest, but I'm totally not going to tell a client that they need my services or even anyone else's services if they really don't need them. Hey, try to work it out with the other side, then come to me. So I'm always looking out for the client's interests, both from an ethical point of view, a professional, a moral point of view. And if I take on clients where there's not a fit, so it's a two-way fit. They have to feel comfortable with me, but I have to feel comfortable. Sometimes if I don't think that they can get responses back to me in a timely manner, and this thing's going to drag out forever, which is going to increase the budget, and then they're not going to be happy. So, just from experience, every once in a while you get a client, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have taken that one on. And, let's finish up this project. Very rare, but every once in a while, I think it's just better if I withdraw. But I'll, give them plenty of time to find other counsel and also help them find other counsel if that's what they want.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Salome, and I wish you all the best. You have a very bright and exciting future.
Thank
And
you.
as I tell all my interns, you've got letters of recommendation, references for life.
Thank you.
To my audience, thank you for tuning in, and until next time.